All right, it's Goji time once again, folks. And this time we got a rather large one. We have the Playmates Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire Mega Heat Ray Godzilla. So, this is one I had for a while. I've been waiting on, doing the review for this because I was trying to find Mega Punching Kong to do a double review, but he just hasn't been in Target. So I'm just going to review this guy separately, and then if I get the Kong, I'll review him as well. Of course, you got the nice color scheme from GXK, the pinks, the blues, the purples, the crystals. You can have a picture of Godzilla and Kong on the front. You got Misting Heat Ray. And we're going to have another picture of the figure here on the side. Misting Heat Ray, Mega Heat Ray Godzilla. Godzilla and Kong on the other side. And we're going to have a huge picture of the figure right here. Misting Heat Ray, Monster Battle Lights and Sound. And the same Godzilla and Kong write-up that's on the rest of them. Of course, you're going to have, in the box, you got his tail, of course, and then you're going to have the water bottle for the misting. And then you have a Try Me button for lights and sound. So let's just try it straight out of the box, Okay, so that appears like it's one sound. Kind of a low growl. Okay, there we have nice Godzilla's regular roar. Yeah, that's it. So, okay, so there's looks like three different sounds. We got two low roars, kind of gurgle roars, and then Godzilla's main roar. Very, very cool. All right, so let's get this thing out of the box and dig into it. Okay, just to quickly show you, this is the instruction booklet with the little water dabber, and I think that's the plug for the hole on the top of his head. I'm not quite sure. The water goes in here. This piece here is removable, so I guess that's where the water goes in. And I'll tell you straight away, this is looking quite impressive. It's really nice. It's like a nicer looking, a nicer painted Godzilla than some of the other Godzilla evolved from the Playmates line, as far as the smaller one. It's the same scheme. It just looks a little better on that. And the translucent pink dorsal plates look amazing. You're getting a nice hotter pink on the tail. And it's painted a lot better than some of the smaller ones where the paint looked a little bit yogurty. This doesn't. It's a little more glossy and looks better and kind of matches the pink dorsal plates better. You're going to get, of course, the pink on the elbows as well. And then on the front, you're going to get a nice green, shade of green, tannish green on the chest. I'll just show you. This is how he's looking from the front. The face looks kind of cool, The eyes, of course, they're going to light up red, I believe. So they're kind of like a blackish red, almost like a ruby color. The teeth are pretty well done here. Teeth and tongue look decent for a Playmates figure. That's not bad whatsoever at all. So I'm happy about that. And it looks quite nice. The tail seems to be curved in a different position as well as opposed to some of the smaller figures. It looks like it has a different curvature to it. So, but that's very nice. And, of course, Jada Toys gave us the remote-controlled, Heat Ray Godzilla, basically. RV Heat Ray Godzilla. This is Playmates' version of it. Now, this doesn't walk like the other one does, but we're going to see how the misting looks when we put the water in. I'll, go ahead and shut the light out for you guys and give you a demonstration of that. But before we do that, let's just take a look. Let's take a look a little further into the figure, pose it a little bit, and see what you could do with it and how many poses we can get him into. Okay, so first off, we got him into a nice tail off the ground pose, which really isn't easy. You're going to have to use the swivel of the feet to get him into a tail off the ground pose. The way the legs function doesn't really allow for him to be, fully balanced. You have to, the tail is heavy. It's a big tail. It's on a ball joint, so it moves. But anyway, you could do it. You just have to, basically turn that foot that way to get it balanced and turn that foot out a little bit. But you can't have him in a nice charging pose, and that's cool. That looks like how he was charging at Kong in Egypt. So very cool that you could put a figure of this size into a tail off the ground pose like that. That's a plus. Looks pretty cool. And you could basically get Godzilla into a nice running pose, which is, it's all fairly decent. It's not going to look as good as some of the smaller figures because it's big. So there's only so much you could do with the articulation. But right there, boom, I just got it into a tail off the ground pose and a nice running pose. So that looks pretty cool. You know what I mean? So that's a plus so far. Okay, wow. So this figure is performing better than I thought it was going to right off the bat. We could get Godzilla in a nice crawling on all fours pose. Imagine that, and it's not the greatest all fours pose, but it's not bad. It actually looks pretty cool because his head is looking pretty forward and not down. So you could definitely create that crawling on all fours pose. That looks fantastic. Awesome, dude. Very, very nice. Of course, you could do Godzilla's traditional, palms up, roaring into the sky pose here, which is nice. It's always I always say it doesn't look like there's going to be much that you could do with it, but the poses that you can get it in look great. So I like that. I like that, when the figure performs and the limited articulation looks good. It gives you a couple good poses. So I'm happy about that. That looks great too. Okay, so with the help of the tail, we could get Godzilla into a nice foot stomping pose. Wow, I just can't believe it. I thought this was going to be very limited, but there's actually a few things you could do with it. So you want to put him in a foot stomping pose, you just turn the tail to the side, balance it like that, and you got a Godzilla about to step on his opponent. Awesome. So, of course, articulation is the arms, the legs, and the tail here. But these arms are going to give you a little movement out. You could pull them out a little bit and spread them out a little wider than some of the other figures. They turn all the way around. They go up and down all the way around, and they also pull out a little bit. And that's really cool. So it could give you a little bit of a wider spread on the arms. Very, very cool, man. And yeah, I can't wait to try this thing out. But so far, the articulation for this figure is actually impressive when I thought it wasn't going to be. You could get him into some decent poses. As limited as they are, they look nice. This figure looks nice. It's not bad. Is it screen accurate as far as the color? Not 100%, you know what I mean? But this is one of the nicer ones. The dorsal plates, the translucent pink dorsal plates are absolutely beautiful, man. Look at that. Look at how nice they're done. And we got a good paint job going all the way to the tip of the Thagomizer and up here as well. So where the pink is much more matching. And I'm liking this so far. It really looks like a nice figure. So let's keep going. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you, you take the water and you put it in right here, squeeze that, and we're going to see if that gets the job done for us. So just put that back in. All right, let me come back. I'm going to close the lights and we'll do this for you guys. All right, folks, are we ready? Let's give it a shot. Yeah. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Awesome. All right, let's try from the front here. See what that looks like. Cool. Very nice. All right, pretty dope. That actually looks really good. Okay, so now let's compare it with its counterpart, which is the Jada Toys Heat Ray Godzilla, misting Godzilla as well. And, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Jada Toys is by far the superior figure. First of all, it's remote control and it walks and the tail moves. So it has an advantage over it there. And then it's far more screen accurate with as far as Godzilla, the way Godzilla looked, the color of his dorsal plates, the look of his face, and everything else is much more screen accurate. This is a badass toy, you know, badass figure. But this is not too shabby. It really isn't. This is really nice. You know what I mean? If you're only going to buy one of these, then of course I would say get the Jada, you know. But this is quite nice, and I think it's actually worth it for the price. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have both of these. So, but you know, Jada Toys, you're getting the sound. Yeah, I mean, you're getting sound and movement, and you're also getting, with the Jada Toys, what I think is, it sounds like a much louder roar. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. You know. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the Jada Toys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn out the light for you and see what we could do here. Okay, so let's try the Jada. Not bad. Okay, and now Playmates. Pretty cool. So the one drawback would be you can make the Jada roar separately and then crank up the atomic breath. Whereas with the Playmates, we're getting the atomic breath during the roar. Awesome, man. Pretty cool stuff anyway. So, yeah, I mean, there's clear differences, as you could see. I don't know, you know, maybe this thing looks a little better shooting the mist out than the Jada Toys one does. That, you know, But I haven't put water in this, so maybe it's not coming out as strong. But I don't really care for that circular motion he makes on the Jada Toys when he shoots out the mist. It should just shoot it straight out like this guy does. But nonetheless, I don't know. I love the detail on the Jada. The skin, obviously, you can see the nooks and the crannies. Anyway, I'm happy I own both of them, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This thing walks and the tail moves, which is pretty important, you know, as far as that figure is concerned. Okay, get the fuck out of my way, dude. Anyway. Yeah, you could change directions with the tail, but anyway, that's what we're looking at with these two. That's the comparison. So get them both. Who cares? Spend your work money. Spend what you make for the day. Anyway, all right. Okay, so now I want to give you a little bit of a size comparison here with all of the Godzilla Evolved figures from Playmates that are painted the same, basically, you know. So you have the little 6-inch right here. You have the Battle Roar Godzilla. You have the Giant. And you have the Mega. So you see how much bigger they all are. I'm really happy to have all 4 of these, man. I gotta say, I love it. They're all a little different, you know, and you could tell that right there. So don't feel like you're getting the same figure over and over, just smaller and larger. Each one of them has different things about them that make them stand out. So I'm happy that I have all 4 of these, actually. Okay, so there we have it, folks. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a terribly long video. There's only so much I could show you here. But I'm actually satisfied with this purchase, you know, and I would recommend this figure. It's not bad. It's fun, you know, and whatever. If you're a completist, it's part of the Playmates set. So go out there and get it. I still want to get the Mega Punching Kong, so I'll be on the lookout for that next toy hunt. But, get you some Mega Heat Ray Goji, baby. Peace out. Like the goddamn video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back at you with another one soon. Later.